Welcome back, it's Isaac Owusu here, and today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to kick a footy properly. Me as a junior, I didn't really know how to kick my footy properly, and I think if I had this video and I learned now what I learned now, it would be really helpful. So make sure to watch the end of the video to learn all the tips I learned. So let's just get right into it. I'm not going to waste any time. Let's get straight into it. First thing you want to do when kicking an AFL ball, big mistake that I used to do is not hold the ball over my kicking foot. Me, I'm a left footer. I can mirror it. I can do right foot and left foot. So left foot, right, like that. When I was younger, I used to sway it like this. So my ball drop would be inconsistent and would drop differently ways. What you want to do is not just keep it in the middle and keep it straight. Keep it over your kicking leg. And now, is I want you to hold the ball. I'll come onto the camera. Like that, parallel, two ways. So there's like a line down the ball. You want one hand over this way, one hand over this way, and you want them on the sides of the ball. I don't want seeing stuff like this, like hands on top of the ball, or like the ball coming around this way and then you're kicking. It does work for some people, but it gets hard to master, and the easiest way is to hold the ball like that. Whatever feels confident, but as long as you have both hands on the side and they're near parallel. Near parallel, oopsies. Now, over the thing I realized when I was teaching people how to kick a footy, you don't just want to start it out here and drop it. What you want to do is you want to guide your hand down to the ball. So when the ball comes out, you want to guide the ball down to guide it. So with the actual ball drop, what you want to do is you want to make sure your hands are in a comfortable position that you can kick with. So, like I said, parallel, but you also want to have it where you can hold the ball, especially if you have smaller hands. You don't want to be too over like that, or you're just going to drop the ball. So, make sure it's in a comfortable position. What you're going to do, we'll do in slow motion. Bring the ball out from your hip, from your waist, over your foot. And what you're going to do is you're going to pretty much place the ball down into your foot. You're going to place the ball kind of around like that. So you don't want it too vertical like this, or too forward like that. You want it a bit sitting like that so you can hit the bottom and get that backspin. That gives you the accuracy. Tips that help me kick the footy better is that see this lining on the ball? What you want to do is when you're kicking the ball, keep that line straight over your foot. So when you see, it's kind of hard for you guys to tell, but you can see maybe, I'm not sure if you can see. You can see the line like I showed you before, and put that over your foot, put the ball over your foot, and you want to keep that line straight all the way when kicking. Another tip that helps me is to watch the ball drop when kicking. Don't focus too much on your player. Look at your player, then you keep your head over the ball, watch the ball and watch the drop. And that way your kick's more consistent. And when kicking to a target, like I said a second ago, you want to take a glance at your target, and then you want to keep your body over the ball, focus on the target, and kick. Alright, so now you guys probably got that. You're wondering how can I practice that, especially when you're by yourself. Me personally, the reason why I got a better kick is when kicking to myself, I practice mainly on my ball drop. So a few tips that can help you, a few skills, training wise you can do, is I like to do with people that are just learning out, is a practice to bring the ball out and drop the ball down. And what you want to do, you want to drop the ball a little bit in front of you, and you want it to bounce back to you. If you're going like that, if you're going like, and it's bouncing sideways, it's bouncing in front, it's bouncing to the left, it's bouncing all over the place, then you're not doing correctly. You want it to just come right back to you. So you want to bring the ball out like this, drop it, come right back to you. Another drill that helps me is definitely just the ball drop to your foot and kick it to you like I was doing before. What you want to do is focus on that line like I was saying, keep that over your foot and just get consistent with it. At the beginning, I can do much of it, but after repetition and repetition and repetition, I've just got it better and better and better. So focus on that line, staying over your foot, and just focus on that drop. This probably helped me the most out of all the other drills. Focusing on that drop. Alright, now I'm going to teach you guys how to kick in different circumstances. So, there's 3 different types of kicks that you want to do. I learned this at Giants Academy. The low kick, low, short, sharp kick, which is a lower, put the ball lower and kick it harder. A medium kick, which is a loopier kick that comes right to you. And then a high kick, where you can kick it over your head and take it out in front and mark it. With the low kick, this is what I learned, with the low kick, what you want to do is you keep your body over the ball, like this, and you want to drop the ball a little bit lower. But what I learned with the low and hard kick is to harden your foot and kick through the ball. A lot of juniors I see is that they kick the ball low and they kick at the ground, and you know the ball's like not making the distance. So what you want to do is you want to place the ball onto your feet. Place a little bit lower, not too low. Place your body over the ball. And what you want to do is you want to place it down and kick it. I'll show you a demonstration right now. You might not be able to see, but low and hard. Really good for kicking in windy days when the wind just taking the ball everywhere. You want to keep it lower so you hit your target right on the chest. Loop your kick is like what we were learning before. Is kind of just pretty much what we were learning before when I was telling you with the drills, kicking to yourself. That, I'll just show you what that looks like now, and I'll tell you what it's used for. That kick is mainly used for every game, right? But especially when your opponent, your teammate, is free, doesn't have an opponent on him. You just want to fire the kick, maybe 40 meters away, a longer distance for juniors to kick, and you just want to hit that loop your pass. You can hit it into space. Your higher kicks. So this one is definitely for ruckmans and bigger, taller players that you want to put the ball over the head, and they'll win the marking contest above the head. So I'll show you what that looks like. Probably can't see, that was a bit high, but alright guys, that was the tips I have for you for kicking a footy. Make sure to practice. Take these things that I learned into account, and every day try and get better and better, and best luck for the next season. Peace.